Hi, this is Reed Mellis. I am going to walk you through your first set of financial statements with Paar Melis Associates. I usually do this with all new clients when they come on board. Our accounting team member gets everything taken care of, all the numbers. It gets sent to you by share file. You get your first set of financial statements. You open them up. About a week or so later, I send you an email saying, hey, I noticed you got your financial statements for the first time. Let me walk you through them. All right. So here we are. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you. And now on the screen, we have our first set of financial statements. It always starts with our compilation letter, and the compilation letter says we did the financial statements based on the information that you provided to us. And when you go to apply for a loan, please go ahead and utilize this piece of paper along with a copy of your P&L and balance sheet that you would be sending off to the bank to get a loan. By the way, if you are ever applying for a loan, please talk to your accountant from Paar Melis to get you a bank-ready P&L and balance sheet, because we try to do our best to give the bank the least amount of information, but enough to help them get you a loan. Our reports and financial statements right now are built for management information for you to help you understand your numbers better for your business. Could you turn them over to a bank? You could, but I probably would recommend not to do that because there's a little too much information for the bank. So that's our compilation letter. It's an accounting CYA, by the way. The next page, you're going to see probably 4 times a year, it shows how your shop compares to all of our other shops. So this is a great time to say, hey, I got this information. This is a good time to probably pick up the phone to call your accountant to review your numbers and see why you may not be as strong as other shops. This will happen 4 times a year. It'll be March financial statements to June financial statements. It will also show up in the September and December financial statements. It shows how you stack against other shops. The next report is a report card on how your shop did against your own shop. You'll get this also every month. The nice thing about this is if it's all green, probably don't need to pick up the phone and call your accountant to go over the numbers. If you want to, you can, but you probably really don't need to. But if it's all red, probably a good time to pick up the phone and talk and find out why we're not hitting the marks. If these numbers were not hitting the goal on parts and labor, we'll also tell you how many dollars you're missing to have gotten to the sales dollars, kind of like we did here with tires. You were missing only about $500 in sales to have meeting the target of 25% profit on tires. The next report is our meat and potatoes, called the gross profit analysis page. This gross profit analysis page is the numbers that built most of this report card. You see this dead white space? A year from now, it's going to show last year and this year's numbers. So we'll have that nice comparison along the way. So it'll help next year as we talk about your numbers to see how you did this year versus last year. Most of the time, our team members talk mostly about the year to date. We will talk a little bit about the month, but the predominant is talking about the year to date because it sees the trends. It picks up the little idiosyncrasies that don't happen in 1 month that happens over time. We tend to also try to take a look at this report and also take a peek at your end of day report, possibly from your point of sale system, and see if they're talking the same language. So if your POS is saying you're making 77%, in reality, you're making less, we'll try to help you fix that POS system as well. So those are some of the things you'll pick up on our first meeting together. My goal will always try to be to give you one pearl in our first meeting that's going to add dollars to your bottom line. Most of the time, it's going to be enough to pay for Paar Melis services for the upcoming year. Can't guarantee that, but generally, it usually works out that way. All right, so this is our meat and potatoes. That's our gross profit analysis page. Next page after that, or next 2 pages, is our balance sheet. And it shows the dollar change. That dollar change is a tool that'll help me show you where the money is. If you're making a lot of profit, biggest question comes in is, where's the profit? Where's the money? This dollar change helps answer where that money is. So this is a balance sheet. Again, I would probably not turn this over to the bank for a loan because there's too much information for it. I'd only have the end of the year one for you to turn over to the bank. After that, we end up with our profit or loss statement. Again, I would only give the bank a consolidated one, not showing the month and the year and the percentages. All right. Bad news is with this percentage, it's actually a good thing to have a percentage, but this percentage is reflective of the current month, not the year to date. And as a business owner, one of the best things to do is analyze your expenses as a percentage of sales. That is our overview of your first set of financial statements that you will get from Paar Melis. Myself or one of the team members will walk you through just as I did now. We'll spend probably about 25 minutes, 30 minutes to go at a much slower pace, but here I wanted to give you a consolidated version of what it would look like. Looking forward to working with you, and you're welcome to talk to us as often as you like about the financial statements. Thanks very much.